evening, a man who the police say was among gunmen who shot 7 people, 5 fatally in Rockfort, East Kingston last night, was killed after he allegedly challenged the police in a shootout this afternoon.
Now, last night's mass shooting happened in the Pleasant Hill community, where residents were enjoying a day of activities.
Hello, my viewers and subscribers. Greetings. I hope you all are doing good. Hope you all are doing great. So your boy here come across this one. We're in news update, mass shooting update on TVJ News Plus, guys. You will be also hearing from Mutabaruka attacking a lot and the latest cutting edge. So guys, this one is gonna be really a warm one. So you wanna stay tuned, and don't forget I'm here on the Black Unity program. So feel free to leave a like and subscribe to this channel if you're new. With that being said, let's go ahead and hear what's going on in this one, my people. Let's walk.
And welcome back to Primetime News.
And a special welcome once again to our viewers on TVJ International in the Cayman Islands and online at onespotmedia.com.
Up first this evening, a man who the police say was among gunmen who shot 7 people, 5 fatally in Rockfort, East Kingston last night, was killed after he allegedly challenged the police in a shootout this afternoon.
Now, last night's mass shooting happened in the Pleasant Hill community, where residents were enjoying a day of activities marking the Heroes' Day holiday. We'll have witness accounts later.
Prime Minister Andrew Holness, meanwhile, and the National Security Minister Dr. Horace Chang, as well as officials from the security forces, visited the scene of the deadly attack. Today, Amoy Harriet has the details.
Hours after the deadly mass shooting, tension remained high in Rockfort, East Kingston. There was a deafening silence with empty streets as residents opted to observe from behind closed doors. Then, Prime Minister Andrew Holness, National Security Minister Dr. Horace Chang, and other security officials arrived in the community to tour the area. This sometime after news emerged that a suspect in the deadly attack was fatally shot in an alleged shootout with the police along neighboring Roston Road. The deceased has been identified as 21-year-old Jordan Green.
The police reports that, armed with a search warrant, a team went to the specified address where a confrontation occurred, resulting in the demise of Mr. Green. The law enforcement body has reported that a 9mm pistol and ammunition were recovered in the incident.
The Prime Minister, during his tour, confirmed that connection.
I don't want to comment too much on the specific circumstances, but I note the report of the superintendent here, who said that one of the persons who is suspect to be involved in the shooting, that they met what I would consider to be their just fate if they were involved. And the JCF and the JDF will maintain their posture of being very aggressive but just.
Aggressive but just in bringing the others involved to justice. Now, some residents who spoke to us off camera alleged the other perpetrators are also from the area, all of whom they know by name. It's why Member of Parliament for Kingston East and Port Royal, Philip Podwell, wants the residents to not allow fear to stop them from cooperating with the police.
We have called upon the citizens to cooperate, to come forward and to provide the police with the information. I am heartened by some of the things I'm hearing so far in relation to persons who might be aware of who the perpetrators are, and we're just urging that more information come forward.
But their fears don't come as a surprise, as 2 of the deceased are said to be aligned with gangs. Now, the Prime Minister confirmed that gang activities have been a key factor in the recent mass shootings across the country. The government is therefore working with MOCA to restructure its operations.
We have used the anti-gang legislation, and we are constantly eroding the gangs as much as we can. But we can't wait until we have put together an entire case around a gang. So the strategy is to be preemptive as well, in addition to the kind of kinetic operations that we have.
As for Mr. Green's accomplices,
I have said before, when a similar incident like this occurred in Cherry Tree Lane in Clarendon, that we will pursue them, and the decision is theirs. Either they meet a judge or they meet their maker. I encourage them to meet a judge.
Amoy Harriet, TVJ News.
Is the cutting edge again. IRFM, rain Kaiser ease up, you know. Place getting warm. You know, we just listen to the launch there, Master Griffith's 60th anniversary show. May I tell you, say, for a sister in this thing after 60 years among so much man, you know. She stand up. May I tell you? She stand up after 60 years. Not before all of them artists were about the place where claim say them are number one. Born, them never born yet. When she make hits. Why yell her up, you know? Because she really stand up. She truly is the queen of reggae. That me have to say. And I really feel good for know, say, I have the opportunity to carry her go to the studio. Go record her. She and Judy Moat. I feel good and she depend almost everyone on my album them. Yeah, man. Marsha Griffiths do backup vocal pan most of my album them. If it's even a one tune. And this one we will play, a week here I go to the studio and go produce this tune here. Woman have to get Marley. You know, so I will heap one. Never hear this yet. And we will play it for her. And we know so she's listening right now. Here goes. Tune where, by the way, I have to talk about that because we will play a tune by him too. With she and even my master. A Baba on the birthday Monday, you know. Yes, him about 80. Him would be 80 years old if he was alive. Bob Andy, the artist who write every song we him write for Marsha Griffiths, it. Every song. And that one yeah, it for the two of them, especially in England. Bob Andy and Marsha Griffiths with Nina Simone, big song. Sleep away. Anyway, look here now. A twist of Marley. Listen. Here we go.
Decrease you or neutralize you. That is why you need to be very serious about your association. So check your relationship. Because when wrong people live your life, wrong things will stop happening. Some of you, your life is full of drama. But it is because of the people you have in your life. Tell your neighbor, let them go. Come on, look at your neighbor, say, neighbor, when wrong people live your life, wrong things stop happening. When toxic people live your life, toxic things stop happening. And listen to me, one thing you need to know about wrong association, they will kill your joy. Wrong associations will kill your passion. Wrong association will kill your dream. Wrong association will kill your faith. Wrong associations will kill your drive. Don't make everybody your friend. And some of you are trapped in the wrong relationship because you are saying you don't understand. I have history with this person. But listen to me. Just because you have history with somebody doesn't mean you have a future with somebody. Hey, tell your neighbor. Just because we have history, that doesn't mean we have a future. And I came to announce to somebody, your destiny is not commanded you to make everybody your friend. Love is a must. But relationship is by choice. Anybody that is not making you better, that is making you bitter, let them go. Even on Facebook, it's not everybody that you have to accept their request. Hey, some people you must delete. You are the CEO of your life. You are the CEO of your life. You are the CEO of your life. You have the right to invite, delete, and terminate.
Yes, that's a warning. People in your life. Now, we've been playing this next clip many times, but every time I play it, somebody new hear it and want to hear it again. And every time I play it, I have to play it again. So here we go. It's about animal rights. Animal rights. I should have a top 10 charts of them clips, you know. And the ones them where I get requests for most, we just play it like a top 10. You understand? Like when I have top 10 music. Anyway, animal rights. Here goes.
Philip Woolen. King Lear, late at night on the cliffs, asks the blind Earl of Gloucester, "How do you see the world?" You see, I heard the screams of my dying father as his body was ravaged by the cancer that killed him. 90% of the small fish are ground up into pellets to feed to livestock. It is a crime against humanity of unimaginable proportions. WW was a stuck keyboard. Cloud was in the sky. 4G was a parking space. Google, United States, they will need $8 trillion invested in treasury bills just to pay the interest. And they have precise. If everyone ate a Western diet, we would need 2 planet Earths to feed us. We've only % greater than transporters, Peter said. Cars, trains, buses, ships, lorries, the whole lot. Had glass walls, we wouldn't be having this debate tonight. You see, I believe another world is possible.
I did it a while ago. All right, so here goes.
Congo 6. Over 6 million people have died in the Democratic Republic of the Congo, so that we, in the Western world, can benefit from its resources. Congo is extremely rich in gold, 4% of the Earth's coltan, a precious mineral that is needed for our modern electronics like iPhones, iPads, computers, on and on. In 1946, the Strategic Minerals Stockpiling Act was passed to obtain and stockpile cobalt, strategic and critical mineral that is essential for our aerospace, military, and defense industries. As the United States and the United Kingdom provide financial aid and military aid to countries such as Rwanda and Uganda, these neighboring countries plunder Congo's natural resources as the death toll rises. In 4 studies, the United Nations implicated multinational companies in sourcing coltan from Congo, stating that these companies serve as the engine of the conflict in the DRC. As the world benefits from Congo's riches, Congolese men, women, and children continue to be raped, tortured, starved, displaced, and killed. In 2010, a leaked United Nations report cited crimes of genocide may have been committed by the Rwandan troops. There is very little media coverage on what is actually happening in Congo. When Congo is covered by the media, it is often about rebel groups committing mass atrocities. What these reports do not cover are the funding, training, and the arming of these rebel groups by foreign governments. Nothing is ever mentioned about the Western-backed coups, wars, assassinations, or the involvement of foreign corporations in the looting of Congo. 48 women are raped every hour. Millions are displaced. Over 6 million dead. Half are children under the age of 5. What is happening in Congo is a silent Holocaust.
Serious thing. Can you believe that? And we don't hear them thing there, you know. We don't hear them thing there in the news over here, so, you know. You know how much people, man, you know where that for? Coltan. You know what is coltan? Is it in the computer, the iPhone, the iPad, and all them something there. You have children where them used to dig up that to make it reach across where we there, so now. and the world stand up and watch all these things. Anyway, I hear that little voice that I made a while ago and I say, watch out. It's a little button I never push up, you know. we don't have nothing name sleep on that program, yeah. It's a little button we don't push up. But we're going to continue the journey. We're going to continue the journey. Here goes. Yeah. The more everybody say them is American. No African American. I try to get out the Africa out of way again. It's like what them call in Jamaica West Indian. And we are not Indian. Them say West Indian. Because Columbus make a mistake. He thought that he was in India. Because he was traveling west. He thought that he was in India. And when him look upon the people them and see the picture and the drawing them where him have, him said this must be India. And he must travel in west. Him said this is the west of India. We all know where the majority of the people who call themselves Jamaican come from. And we insist of using what European give us to define ourselves and call ourselves West Indian. All sort of name except African. Most Jamaican people afraid to say them African. Because them say them never got Africa yet. Yet still, if a cow born in a pig pen, them don't call the cow pig. Because them don't give up him features biologically or otherwise. A cow is a cow anywhere the cow born. Africa is an African is an African anywhere in ball. So that is why them have to get up a morning time and I eat breakfast. And in the afternoon we I eat lunch. And in the evening we I eat dinner. And when we I go to the bed we I try to get something to eat. Yes. And a whole heap of man when him don't have sex him start smoke. It's start smoke cigarette. In the bed. A madness. The madness them have we do. Yeah, man, madness we have. And we say, no cigarette smoking in my room or anywhere on my compound. That's how I see it. We can't do much tonight. We're going to take some phone call after the next ad them. Because you know, there's some more ad them out to play. So we're going to take some call after the next ad them. But meanwhile, we're going to do this. As we have said, no cigarette smoking in here. Yes. He like jumping. You want to hear the next one? Here we go. Here we go. Where the cat?
Almost 10.
Yeah. Speak, man.
I say, I'll make so much people are dead, man.
You ask me that. I know me I kill them.
I know that.
The way you ask me that for man.
All right. Now, I say something to ask.
Yeah. Say it, man.
When it near all this near election, when so much people are there. More people, them politicians have know everything we are going on.
So why they would have want people dead? It don't make no sense.
I might lose that skill.
Yeah, but why they would have want the people them dead?
One man get more vote, man. One man get less vote, and one man get more vote.
So we have to know. So like the 5 people who dead are there, which one killed them? Which party killed them?
The one them are dead.
Yeah, who for party them is?
One of the party them no a PNP and JLP, you know.
No, but you say why you feel say one of the party them want the murder we are going on.
Because them run come on TV, come put up them face and chat all kind of little things and all of them know what are going on.
I don't believe that. Me not believe that. Me not believe that, just Me not believe say.
On TV. I tell government to have a month, you know. Some little people we are going like say them love, but them love, you know.
Yeah.
Because they deal with some hypocritical things around the corner.
Like what? Like
suit
what?
themselves. They suit themselves. When they feel like the man gets fame out of something. And the man come on TV. A long time that I go on from all the in the adult saga days, you know. Remember the whole youth.
Yeah, them are killed for political. Them are killed politically, but if you say 5 man get shot, some people get shot in a Clarendon the other day. And you have to tell me now, say a politician want that happen.
All of them want to say that, yes, man. Because they want to come on TV and come show up themselves and skin up their feet.
But what them not forget people dead for go up on TV. Them name politicians, them can't go up on TV anytime. Them not forget make people dead.
Them not go up on it anytime. They don't go up on it certain time when certain things are going on.
So why they must go up on TV all the while, make you see them?
Yeah. That's the market. So they have to make things happen for their company. And come tell all kind of lie and story and talk all kind of thing.
All right, sir.
I say, Mama, what do you think about this icon thing where they talk about
foolishness, man, foolishness. It's either you talk about national hero, you're going to try to create something else now to put some other people in, like, no, national hero we are talking about, national straight.
Yeah,
too much, yeah. Them think too much, man.
Because that international, long
them
time.
Think too much. Them think too much. Them are think too much. I'm from when I Rex Little for days, them things I mentioned, you know.
Yeah. But them say yes.
No, man. National hero. Just like I'm not interested in emancipation. A foolishness that too. Emancipation. I idiot talk.
Look, disrespect them call and them never respect people at all about how much people 80% say rare and this is rare and one of them never come know about certain place and come with them just say them do that.
Where you call Ray? Some say Ray and others say Ray. Where you talk about say Ray?
All right, because them say them have 80% of people.
Yeah.
So them want the icon thing and to go on and when I went interview some people on TV, them say them don't want an icon, they want a hero thing.
But most people don't want an icon thing. National hero, them that talk about them come with this icon thing.
Yes, them are geared
baby Trump and him friend them want to come bring that up, you know.
Yeah. Really. Just like how I say the man say, like the mother want to change out, no African American.
Yeah, they talk about American, everybody American. Losing your identity, like it can't work, yes, America it name. You know, people are name Indian.
But we as African now respect that and work with that.
Then how we work with Indian, so we are West Indian. How we work with that? Most Jamaicans to them are West. No, we're not so well. Some. They want to say West Indian means say you don't have no African identity, but I'm madness that because the Chinese don't call themselves West Indian. Them say my Chinaman in a Jamaica.
Anywhere in there.
Yeah, they will change.
My Chinese.
Only black people they talk about them are West Indian, them are this, them are that, and them want to say them African.
Yeah, real. Real.
All right, sir.
I want to say to Mama Fire and Papa Fire, all them things there go.
I don't hear nothing more about it. All right?
All right.
Yeah, man, give time.
And anything too.
I don't hear nothing more about that neither. I say, the lawyer brethren more, I deal with Vibes Cartel thing, you know, so I don't know where I go on there, so. All right?
Yeah.
I go tell them must find out, though. I go tell Shamara them to give me a run up on where I go on.
I'm going to still one thing. One Bonnie and Peter on the radio still like how them have Bob Marley, you know.
Oh, they don't talk to them. You don't call them and talk to them.
You have forward near them.
No. Where's me and which powers? Call them and talk to them.
The bush them with the, you know, can share that reason in the too.
I get some people to call them too. The more people call, the more them think about it.
Yeah, great. I don't know to the man deserve that. I look at time upon the radio to tell you, you know.
Yeah, they're my icon, man. All right, we have to move.
Yeah.
We're going to move.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to move.
All right, Papa.
All right,
blessed
Mama.
love, man.
Yeah,
More
blessed
strength,
man.
more protection.
All right. Yeah.
Places where we wouldn't expect it.
All right, make us start over. Make us start over this. Make us start it over.
It is everywhere. We need it. We want it. We even find it in places where we wouldn't expect it. When researchers examined the stomach of a beached sperm whale in 2012, they found 30 square meters of tarpaulin, a 4.5 meter long hose, a 9 meter long plastic rope, and 2 flower pots. How is this possible? On average, a European uses and disposes of more than 100 kilograms of plastic per year. A large part of plastic waste ends up on huge landfills or in the sea. Today, more than 100 million tons of plastic is drifting around the oceans. Due to particular currents in the Pacific Ocean, a new continent has been born. A mass of plastic waste the size of Europe. In some areas of the oceans, there is up to 60 times as much plastic as there is plankton. Because plastic does not rot, it lasts up to 500 years. Through exposure to sun, wind, and water, plastic is broken down into microscopic parts. These plastic particles can absorb high concentrations of agricultural and industrial toxins. Many animals mistake the plastic for plankton and eat their fill. Every year, more than 100,000 turtles, marine mammals, and seabirds die a slow and painful death because they starve with a full stomach or because their intestines rupture. Other marine creatures in whose cells plastic and toxins have accumulated end up as seafood on our plates. The smallest form of plastic are microplastics. They are added to cosmetics, shower gels, and toothpastes. A tube of toothpaste contains up to 10% microplastics. The sewage plants cannot filter microplastics, so they too end up in the sea. In the making of plastic, hazardous chemicals are used in order to enhance elasticity of fire resistance. Bisphenol A, plasticizers, or flame retardants are contained in almost every plastic product. Through exposure to heat, the wrong detergents, or simply over time, plastic will go brittle, thus releasing these chemicals, which in turn, through the airways, ingestion, or through mere touch, find their way into the human body. The consequences are severe. They include increased risk of cancer, asthma, infertility, and developmental disorders. The plastic industry tries to cover up any scandals and runs a gigantic lobbying campaign in order to prevent stricter laws or inquiries. Plastic factories are veritable fortresses. The plastic production process a tightly kept secret. This is one of the reasons why no one is exactly sure what substances are added to the plastic. Over the course of the last 10 years, only 11 chemical substances could be analyzed out of a total of 100,000 possible additives. But there is hope yet. Intelligent robot nets, or fishing boats converted to floating recycling factories, are intended to cleanse the oceans. Bioplastic made of maize or starch could replace conventional plastic. However, its production consumes valuable food, so it's no solution for satisfying the global demand for plastic. This is why you must radically change your consumption behavior. Pay attention to the packaging of products. Substitute paper or cloth bags for plastic bags. Don't throw away old plastic, but recycle it and use plastic-free products. Are we going to allow the destruction of the earth to continue? If we act now, there may still be hope for future generations, before the miracle material definitely turns on its creator.
Serious thing. Serious thing. You see, all these things you have to think about them, you know. You can't just go on like, you know, you listen and not hear. You understand? Or you hear and not listen. Because some people hear enough things, you know, but them not listen. So them kind of keep repeating the same thing all the while and expect to get a different result. But we all run from, well, not we, but young people especially are run from what you call examination, where you examine things and come up with a reasoning why you accept that thing. Some people don't even examine things and just argue about things where them don't even understand. Find the most Christians do that. Them argue about things where them don't even understand. Some of them are quote the Bible and don't even know which part of the Bible them read it because them never read it in the Bible. Them hear the pastor say it or the granny say it from long time. So you have people that quote the Bible like say them really read it. Most Jamaicans do that. And I will them hear them grandmother or mother say from long time, and that them a say. If you ask them which part of the Bible there, them say, no, it's not the Bible, I don't remember. So we keep doing things I expect to get a different result. And we keep doing the same thing all the while the same way. And not no go so. Because if you don't go one way, you have to try another way. And if you go the next way, you have to try another way. You can't just keep doing the same thing all day, all night, all year, all of your life. And that is where I will if I want them on track. Them check them on track for you. If I ever Groundhog Day, Groundhog Day, them on track, man. Them a live over the same miserable life for them used to have when them was young. And them keep regurgitating it. The life we are talking about. So look on all the youth them now. The youth them just are dead, so. And it's not disease that kill them. It's one another, them a kill one another. Them a kill themselves. Car, drugs. You have more old people, you have more old people in Jamaica than young people, and them need a young force for work. But if the young people them are dead off, what happen? And the problem is that young people, a man a drive a car reckless and him not feel say him can't crash. And the point sometimes him crash and nothing happen to him and the person him crashing are dead. Wake up, black people. Anyway, we will take the 12 o'clock in Jamaica. It's 12 o'clock in Jamaica. Brother. Carla, you depend. Speak.
Yeah, blessed.
Hi, man.
Yeah. Yeah, man, I'm there, Muta.
Me hear you, man.
Yeah. That's an Muta. Muta, how the road them so wicked, man.
You ask me that, I don't mean match it up. I don't mean match it up, man.
Why, Brethren, come like everywhere you go.
I mean, if I tell you about the one where down a red gallery and so, may I tell you? May I look down there to see if I see people that swim. I don't know what kind of road them that.
Me say what a man drop off on bicycle and drown it.
In one of the hole them.
In a patrol.
No, me not well patrol that. Me don't know where I go on.
But me never see Jamaica infrastructure deteriorate.
Well,
in a hard crap, it's a man. From me I drive uptown and All right. What day may a driver come from Papi? You hear me?
Yeah, me I hear you.
From Hope Road. See, before you come down at the embassy there. I tell you, say, dropping a big road to them, me I tell you now.
Whoa, what that?
More time offline. Continue show. Me take him offline.
No,
I'm a dumpy.
Okay. What that? Man, we call the program so much time, Rasta. Brethren, what kind of thing that? The man call the program so much time and I go answer.
Him offline.
Yeah, man, it's all right. Give thanks. Wow. Brethren, if you listen to me, I years you call a program, you know, brethren. Years you call the program. Oh, the man reaches so. Anyway, I could go and play.
So what's the solution? So how do we get that?
Well, here's the thing. We got to recognize that wealth is intergenerationally created. Most people who get rich don't get rich in a lifetime. Oprah, that's once in a while. Bill Gates, that's once in a while. Most people are intergenerational wealth. That means what? That if black people want to catch up, we have to start saving wealth and passing it to the next generation. Our biggest problem ain't that we're splurging. Is that every time we splurge, we're stealing from our descendants. You're giving them no inheritance to get started with. But the white child, they're starting out $100,000 plus, $1 million plus. And I think we have to become more strategic in the way that we do our health plans, as well as our life insurance plans. Because what I'm learning with a lot of these white folk, a lot of them are getting their first, what you want to call a shock of wealth through the life insurance policy of their parents.
We talk about that too.
Yeah,
so life insurance policy.
Yeah, so there's so many different strategies towards wealth that we're not even thinking about because black people, our selfishness, it's also based on our, what you want to call it, emergency consciousness, survival instinct. We're only worrying about our life. We do not think about those who come after us. Now, you got to realize now, when we got out of slavery, white folks been already building wealth for a couple centuries. Right. We started behind the 8 ball. Okay? So you got to play catch up. How do you catch up with somebody who's 100 yards in front of you? You have to run faster than they are. That means we have to sacrifice our spending habits more than everyone else in order to catch up. How does a people who are at the bottom waste money more than people who are at the top? So not only are you not catching up, you're not even thinking about trying to catch up.
This is good. And we got 1,000 questions. And we know you.
Yes, man, I talk about wealth. I know black people don't know how to leave wealth for the future generation. We spend too much and borrow too much and can't pay for it. Wealth. The other nation, them know how to do that. That is why I say them control so much things and let them picnic come inherited. Serious thing. Dean Fraser.
Africans. It's time to wake up and realize the power within you. For far too long, religion has often been used to obscure the light of truth and limit your potential. As a diverse continent with a rich history and culture, it's crucial to recognize the ways in which religion can sometimes keep you in the dark. Religion has played a significant role in the lives of many Africans, providing comfort, guidance, and a sense of community. However, it's important to acknowledge that certain religious practices can also perpetuate harmful beliefs, foster division, and limit critical thinking. It's time to critically examine the role of religion in your lives and society.
Serious thing. We will play that again, you know. We will play it again.
Dear Africans, it's time to wake up and realize the power within you. For far too long, religion has often been used to obscure the light of truth and limit your potential. As a diverse continent with a rich history and culture, it's crucial to recognize the ways in which religion can sometimes keep you in the dark. Religion has played a significant role in the lives of many Africans, providing comfort, guidance, and a sense of community. However, it's important to acknowledge that certain religious practices can also perpetuate harmful beliefs, foster division, and limit critical thinking. It's time to critically examine the role of religion in your lives and society.
Okay. Time, yo. Check it out. Listen.
The way things are supposed to work is the government should know virtually nothing about us because we're private citizens. We're supposed to know everything about the government because they're public servants. But everything is backward right now. And also look at the media. The media is supposed to be giving us the facts, and we should be formulating our opinions based on that information. Instead, the media gives us their opinions, and we're supposed to decipher whether that's a fact or not.
Listen. Here we go.
Christianity and Islam by nature, they are bullies of African culture. It is expressed in their intolerance of other people who believe differently from who they are. So here's a simple example. If a Muslim walks into this village, the first object is to build a mosque and make everyone in that village a Muslim. It changes your timetable of waking up. You wake up at 5, changes your fashion, changes the way you bury your loved ones. Now you must do everything according to Islamic law. The same thing is true with Christianity. Christianity walks into a space, first thing they want to do, as a Zulu, as a Xhosa, you take off your shirt and put on your beautiful beads. Hebrew beads, by the way, which are Jewish. Put on your Hebrew gear, which is traditional, and you walk up to church. Christianity will look at you, though now there's a bit of tolerance, but the first glance is unacceptable, because the God that Christianity has does not have tolerance for culture. Does not. Rather, I would rather take off that thing, put on your shirt, put a tie on you, put a jacket, polish your shoes, and say, now you look nice. Because apparently you must become European first before you can become Christian. In order for God to accept you, He cannot accept you in your authenticity. He needs first to take you through the culture of the dominant culture, which is a colonial culture, before you can actually become an acceptable Christian. An intelligent conversation needs to take place where we say, is everything that we are doing in the Christian church Christian? Or some of the things, norms, and rituals that we're performing are actually European culture, but now they've been couched and packaged as Christianity. The way we sing, for example, the way we dress, for example, the way we eat, for example, the way we celebrate our things, our holidays, our festivals, our Passovers, and etc. Are these things, Easters, are these things biblical? Christmases.
You have a lot of faith.
Believe in yourself, man. That is the point. With you.
Worst evil people tend to be religious people, because if they can't control you, they will quote the Bible and use that to control you. Highly religious people will say things like, God told me. Well, great. He can tell me. I prayed about it. Who did you talk to? Satan will abuse the Bible, and religious people will weaponize the Bible to control you. And use that to control you. Highly religious people will say things like, God told me. Well, great. He can tell me. I prayed about it. Who did you talk to? Satan will abuse the Bible, and religious people will weaponize the Bible to control you.
1 in 3 people will not make it to 65. Subway. Reports showed that their bread had a chemical used in production of yoga mats and shoes. Their fresh vegetables are, in fact, usually near expiration. Taco Bell. Their lettuce is treated with permethrin, which is a pesticide known to cause neurological damage. Not that appealing anymore, is it? McDonald's. Their buns are made of 32 synthetic ingredients that are also used for producing car tires. The FDA tries to hide this as much as possible. Five Guys. 23 ingredients in their burger are flavor enhancers that cause headaches and anxiety. Just looking at the burger makes me want to vomit. Let me guess. You keep finding yourself eating fast food all the time. It tastes good, but let me tell you, when your arteries are clogged, you're going to wish you stayed away. Remember, there's a better life out there. So, will you stop your addiction to fast food?
Will you? Big question that some people can't cook. Especially the female them nowadays. Them not in the cooking business. The more I carry them go to a restaurant, I carry them go to TST or Kentucky. It's crazy. What happened to the good old home cooking days? That gone.
The richest man in China said,
If you put the bananas and money in front of the monkeys will choose bananas because the monkeys don't know that money can buy a lot of bananas. In fact, if you offer work and business to people, they will choose to work because most people don't know that a business can make more money than a salary. One of the reasons the poor are poor is because the poor are not trained to recognize the entrepreneurial opportunity. They spend a lot of time in school, and what they learn in school is to work for a salary instead of working for themselves. Profit is better than wages, because wages can support you, but profits can make you a fortune. What's your opinion?
Yes, what's your opinion? We still have to take the phone call, them, you know, but you know them really, all right, we don't have to say what we have to say, but we still have to take the phone call, them. And we want to play about this thing, we want to play about this thing, you know. You know, if you can't play about music, you must can play about something education.
The richest man in China said, if you put the bananas and money in front of the monkeys will choose bananas because the monkeys don't know that money can buy a lot of bananas. In fact, if you offer work and business to people, they will choose to work because most people don't know that a business can make more money than a salary. One of the reasons the poor are poor is because the poor are not trained to recognize the entrepreneurial opportunity. They spend a lot of time in school, and what they learn in school is to work for a salary instead of working for themselves. Profit is better than wages, because wages can support you, but profits can make you a fortune.
Singapore, there is no trash. Every day, over 2,400 trucks collect all the garbage and dump it in the bunker. There are 4 waste incineration plants across the country to burn trash 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. The fire burns the trash in these factories, and the heat generated from this process becomes electricity to light up homes. The toxic smoke is filtered out and becomes super clean. The remaining ash, which they call new sand, is taken to a man-made island, which they soon plan to use for non-structural construction like pathway bricks.
You hear that? You hear that? Listening.
You know, it bewilders me. Every argument that Westerners make to substantiate their claim that their so-called civilization is superior, every argument is materialistic. We have nice things. We invented all the technology of the modern world and so on. You don't realize that when you make that argument to the global south, where we're living in the background, where all that technology comes from, it comes from our minerals, our rare earths, our mines, our ravaged environments, and our subjugated labor. We're living in the part of the Apple logo where the bite is. So that doesn't impress anyone in Africa or Asia or Latin America. You have nice stuff. Yeah, we know how you got it. We know how you got it. And it wasn't by brilliance, it was by brutality. It was then and it is now. So you should really stop using that argument. It's self-incriminating.
Turn off your radio. Turn off your radio. Turn off. Yeah.
Where is it, sir?
But there, man.
Yeah, man. Respect to Rasta and Heritage School. And Mandingo too. But there's misunderstanding here, Minister.
What are you talking about?
With Rasta.
With who?
With Rasta.
Oh, you know him though?
Something like a language that I write, no?
Yeah.
It's frustrating like I was talking about. Oh boy. I'm out just saying our country is like every week there's something. I mean, you wonder how these guys go university and the teacher and get a motor. It's so amazing, motor. Trust me. It's like when I listen to you now, Carbon Nigeria, but make us the wrong thing. Or
that tell you.
So quickly ready to sue motor.
And that tell you.
Wild time you have some patrol motor for wild time for years. Piece of tar for a wild time all the park with the motor. I tell you. Piece of tar for you. So it build up traffic, you know. And when you build up traffic, you know, you multiply the time where people have to waste production time in that traffic. And these leaders sit down and now it's important a time, Muta, in our third world country. Muta, them fix the patrol. Because I think when the Prime Minister announced the contract, I don't know, somebody from the opposition side asked him who's the contract here. And like him said, later down he will disclose. I know we don't even disclose who's the contract here, Muta, but the fact is like you take Baker, fix road. Muta, the road fixed a week now, I think Sunday we are gone a week.
It broke up again.
Sunday, Muta.
Broke up again.
The whole start the people and put stone there.
But tell you.
Put in the fast store now, Muta. Yesterday I drive from Woodpecker head to Walter. Muta, guess what?
Wow.
And the backhoe in the road, you know. I dig up the road again, you know, Muta. I'm have to stop and I say, boss man, really? I cost the man, because I say, imagine this, the patrol them there for years. I don't know, sister the road one picked on the road. Just Barbara Green. I'm at that them just got some asphalt and people 2 millimeter asphalt, Muta. The man out there big up something yesterday, Muta. But what pass out this man, them pile up the mall from the thing and I say, really? Does this country really have a leader where it might find people? So,
I want.
So we are lucky we just take, we don't understand that, Muta. We just take anything politician this show to it.
Well, I want to tell you about a rule we don't have a red girl ring where I pass again and I see it get bigger and bigger. A 1-lane traffic now. I pass down there now, you know. The way the whole big and wide and long.
Why? I don't know, Muta. I don't know. Muta, them fix the road, you know. They will patch out the road and them say like a park. Crack, you know. You're supposed to maintain them now. Dig it up and deal with them, wait till the thing. Get out and to kill an excitement after a man swing and crash. And the number one, the Prime Minister said, raise the pay so the worker them can do better work. And so I say, all along, they never do a better work. You tell me, peace empty are doing a better work, Muta.
Carpenter, them have a use fix the road, man. Carpenter.
No, Muta. I mean, no. Question no, Muta. You know, look for the clippings there, Mount the View. As well, you tell you, you kill them. But Muta, now for the clippings with power out there, the Prime Minister went down there and remember. But the question I want to ask Muta, does a constituency get a constituency fund? Money for the constituency?
Yeah.
I mean, if I put short out there, somebody did give, what, 10,000, 10 million?
I remember something, but I don't know exactly the details.
Yeah, but Muta, question. Yeah. The money when I make from tours, how you spend the money now here? Does you spend it to do a project like this sidewalk or bush road or where the constituency money got to? Who get it where it got to, Muta? Can you tell me if we have an infrastructure in this place? Tell me if anything maintain this place here, Muta. Who give account? Who ask all the money they go? Who get the money? What they does with the money, Muta? Can somebody who intends enough explain that to Muta? Because when I look on the thing out of Rockfort, Muta, we used to take the other bus to half a tree, go Mountain View, go Boma. And these year are not change, Muta. The thing fence still down there, Muta, no change. These year not transforming a live place where a man can live children and everybody and move. And these people just get worse. Or you spell worse, WRSC or WRSC?
What's
all right, so we have actually worse there. Muta, them place and improve. But
nothing, same thing.
And you wonder who were really going at them people head, apart from going at politics, poor, and own pay apartment, and hardware.
And land. I've won for business.
These guys the most time there for years.
But wait, I want to tell you something. I used to go Kingston Technical High School. I'm a pass at James Street, Wildman Street, and them look worse than when we used to live down there. Worse.
I tell you, the only thing I keep a lot of people in Jamaica, carbon, you and Jerry. Muta, in fact, Monday, I come from the airport with our bridge and they make him know, say, when I talk about bad place, the Mountain View and Warakite. And on Monday night, people come dead and people dead. And I play football, how much people get shot and
5 people, them say.
But yes, still Muta, nobody can't say a John Brown or so and so, the man come up and so people just dead, you know. And Muta don't want to set up on the football with people looking at that, you know.
But them not say one, them not say them shoot one, them not say them shoot one.
I call out name, you know.
Yeah, them not say them shoot one of them.
Most of them can't say anything. Me not assist him. You didn't assist him, so me know. If most times me in a war and I kill a son or somebody for you 5 years ago, and you keep a peace thing. The man them never say the people them master. Nobody now just run up, they come shoot up workers. And man come and you can't say no, say a John Brown, a Tom Peter from so and so. Usually police when I say John Brown come to the police station. Peter come to nothing, you see that man get shot, the motor. When you shot and kill that man now, all other information, when they gun from, one was in the shoot car. Obviously it was the one man did that. So when you kill him now, or you get information, I tell to the man just run up and down like a chicken head. Hold to motor. You kill a man, you have this massive shooting, this every day you get people I get shot at you. See a man and you kill him. Why not corral the man, corner the man and tell the man surrender and then crime in and say, well, all right. Tell you how you get the gun, who get the gun, why kill this man. And
no, you know, them policemen, they don't know when them surrounding, you know. Them policemen, they don't know nothing about surrender. We are talking about man surrender.
They don't have no leader. Come here, the Prime Minister answer some questions from overseas. And the man might say, why you saying black soldier, our soldier are here to abuse our black people then? When them don't get abused by white people and exploit. Here the Prime Minister, oh, I ain't check because guns coming in from here to the big educated Prime Minister, guns coming in from here to the motor. Can somebody tell me any one of these men from Coast Guard with an Asian boat with gun in it? Or we having a body from Haiti that we catch with gun?
The gun them come from America. America, the gun them are from.
Motor. Okay, you know, we're a man from the 80s and we know this thing though. The country, all of them guys here, go up at university, go learn how to scam. That's all because man going to politics motor with lean up boat. Nothing. A man who the whole of St. Thomas, man who owns big hardware, man a big skyscraper building down a boom. Man I get stand up until the Prime Minister motor here. But tell you again, Andrew Wallace now, Mark Golden, do not come and tell Jamaican people how they are going to divide the land. Because after COVID no motor, I thought you would have left on a rapid, I would have left on a massive farming spree now, or farming drive now. I depend on tourists no motor. The food them are coming with them friends them get life they are bringing.
You know what? You know what? When I act up nature lick Jamaica again and the Arab virus and the hotel them can't open, we go back to square one because we never still never have plant.
Both you see the water them are spring up. You see the water them are spring up. And them are come and talk about water affect me and we will be a part of it. I not mean no part of no white boy war. White boy no war we are the members. White boy no war we are able, so them war we are able. I'm not going to be a part of no white boy war. And John friend we get the money go and do that. They go fight with Russia right now. Do that because motor, you say them war continue. Watch if you know some man hold on man. We should have left on a drive now motor to pure farming. Farm, of course. Educate the youth. And you know when the election come, they might have water now. You pray their last in too much years from PG time. They might have them allocate so much a billion now to go find water now for patrol. Them move all down them around farm. Waters now through election come.
I bet them the farmer them they must use. Watch out. And the farmer they must use for watch them own thing and give the farmer them gun.
Thank you, Muta.
Them give the farmer them some gun.
And that me I tell you them money. I
talk about them have.
Simply enough. You give the farmer them gun and make the police and
man, give the farmer them lives gun.
Muta, why is it that everybody? I tell you, unless someone, why everybody in a Beverly have gone and church yard? For them like more important than you and me and Cabo.
Why you know more than me, man? The people in my church, God, every one of them have gun.
Motor almost everyone. Motor one time ago. One part with some.
All right, we have to move. 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 Break time.
Strive to shatter the chains of occupation and tyranny, of suffering and torment. The birth of Israel in 1948 from their ancestral homes and land.
All right, now. That is Malcolm X speaking from in the 60s. That is Malcolm X speaking about something right now where they're on the front burner. So we will start it again.
The Palestinians.
El Muta.
Yeah, man. Blessed.
Yeah, blessed. Listen. Another racist miscarriage of justice Monday, the 21st, at the Old Bailey in London.
What no?
Yeah. Chris Kaba, who was shot dead just after midnight on the 6th of September 2022 in Streatham, South London, near where Earl Wirelindo used to live. The police officer, Martin Blake, Martyn Blake, 40, was acquitted of his murder and reinstated in the police force.
Is a white man?
Yes. Yeah. And when Chris Kaba, 24 years old, he was in a car which the police said had been involved in some gang-related shooting the night before, a Audi Q8. And he was boxed in a street, so he couldn't go anywhere. Him in the car, and this police guy, Martin Blake, shot him, one shot to the head, while his hand was on the steering wheel. Cold-blooded murder. And he was let off on Monday the 21st.
So them have no demonstration?
Well, you know said that is going to happen. Because Saturday is going to be, make it, I think, 20 years of annual demonstration them have about police killing Africans in Britain and people and that type of thing.
So what was the police argument? What was about the youth? What was the police argument?
The police boy claimed that he felt threatened by Scabba. How him to feel threatened when the youth hand was on the steering wheel? Him couldn't go forward, him couldn't go backward, he was boxed in the street, surrounded by armed officers. And you shoot him through the windscreen. One shot in his head, and his parents naturally and supporters are saying that this has shown that the racism whereby African lives do not matter, the injustice, and that they're going to fight to clear them son name. And what the police have been doing and them supporters is saying, oh, Chris Kaba was a big criminal and involved with shooting and all type of things and so, to discredit. Yes. Wicked man at the whole Bailey. And I endorsed the brethren when I talked to you a while ago about the non-fixing of roads in Jamaica. I just say a carpenter them I use. Them not fixing the road. This has always been some water from before me and you even born.
But it's worse now. Because first time you want to say country road, now the main road them. The main asphalt road them I dig up. Terrible, man. And as you say, Kingston Technical, where we used to go, James's Street, Wildman Street, all of them streets there. Worse now.
Wildman Street, Tex Lane. All of them streets are worse than in our time when we are going Kingston Technical in the 60s.
Go around Franklin Town. Same way. Are worse than when me used to know about Franklin Town. When me run up and down Franklin Town, Rallington Town.
Exactly. Remember in the 60s, all Cumberland Road, Franklin Town, the road smooth and nice and everything.
May I tell you?
Eh?
Somebody now build something right.
All of them things there. The roads them did good. And then Andrew when they start talk about guns that come from Haiti. The guns them coming from the USA. Andrew when they start try to take African people in Jamaica for idiots. They made and come from the USA. And before deal with the gangs and the political corruption in Jamaica, he might talk about gangs in Haiti, to help the racist USA and them type of thing there, you know? Yeah, man, wicked. And me I play a dance at Ladbrook Grove, you know. Latimer Road there. This Friday I come here, the 25th. And it's happened to be the birthday of the first sound system man in Britain. Wow. Duke Vin, who started the first sound system in 1955 in England. After he did story from Bowden in St. Thomas 54. He was originally Tom the Great Sebastian DJ. Choose with me. So, I play at Latimer Road, Maxilla Club, and I do it as a commemoration for him, you know what I mean? And
well, you know, say, if Bob and was alive, would have been 80-year-old Monday. Monday would have been 80-year-old if Bob was alive.
Yeah, Bob, one of Jamaica's greatest writers.
Yeah, man.
Them thing there. And you know, me still vex so all man like Jackie Me Too, the organ genius with the reggae shuffle thing. And so many others than Drummond and all of them. All know them no get no honors. Some of people, no honors. No honors for the great works where so many of them do motor. And we have to right that wrong by PMP and JLP and them thing there. And them are talk about scamming in Jamaica. The scamming thing and same way to man. What heap of scamming
in England. In England.
Yeah, man. And guess what? The overwhelming majority of scamming, 76% of it, were online. Delivered through social media sites.
Most of them online, man. All Jamaica to an online thing.
Yeah, man. You know?
So who them a catch mostly with it? Who them a catch more? Nigerian or Jamaican or Kurds?
Well, them a catch more after them English people, but them not like that. You know what I mean? Because them like blame Jamaicans and Nigerians. You know them way there?
Yeah.
But them one English people, them, yeah, man, scamming is a way of life in Britain. Yeah, man, they have PhD in a scamming and them thing there.
Well, that easier way to get some money in this mad time, yeah.
Yeah, yes. Well, rather than actually kill people and them thing there. What a wicked thing that 5 people dead out of Rockfort, man. Me feel it.
Yeah.
Eh?
Well, them lick 7 the other day on a St. Catherine or Clarendon. You never hear about that?
Clarendon at the place them near 4 parts. Them did kill a Cherry Tree Lane and them thing there. But me I tell you, man, it really, really horrible, terrible, man. I mean, when you look on the 5 pictures, and the 5 Africans, them were dead out of Rockfort, they out of East, man.
Them no claim say a man involved with the gang. Gang kill gang. That's them I say.
Yes.
I don't know what that them I say.
But them they are the so-called gang, they were Andrew wanted to deal with soldier and police instead of send them go to Haiti. You know? And 6.5 of those of the other PMP and JLP, Mark Golden and him. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I have to move now.
I tell you, man, you know?
We have to move.
Yeah. All right. And we want them out of Haiti. All Haitian and Kenyan. All right?
Yeah. I don't know if I'll come up here this month. next month still, or this month again, you know. We ease up half of England a little bit. I mean, London especially.
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah. I hope you just keep me posted. I hope you come through. You know what I mean?
All right, we have to move. Give thanks, yeah?
All right, blessed love, Muta.
Break time.
Yeah.
Break time. Last round, yeah. Yes. Make we play this. This we play. Here we go.
I think that we are witnessing a historical moment in the West's relationship with the entire world, not only with the South, with the entire world, including pockets in the North, because the West has discarded all its old pretenses from the Cold War era, all the notion about ideals of freedom and equality and freedom of speech and self-determination. All that is thrown out of the window. We are witnessing today the West as it is, as we in the left in the Arab world, when I was a young activist, were saying, and people did not believe us, don't believe their slogan, don't believe their democracy. They don't care about self-determination or human rights at all. They use them as tools to subjugate the population. And we're seeing it today. No, but today, they suspended the discourse. And I think the time when Western officials and all these NGOs that Rani and I know about a lot in Lebanon, who come and hold these workshops and conferences about freedom of speech and tolerance and the other point of view and coexistence, all that will be laughed at. I think the West today is more real than ever. It is the real West. It is not the Hollywood West. It is not the discourse West. And it took a Democrat president like Joe Biden to show the world of what the West is real like, which is fundamentally still a colonialist, racist, warmongering project inflicting death and injury over the entire world.
Yes, that is really what is taking place right now. And some of we are going like we don't see it happen. It unfold right in front of us. And we don't realize what is taking place. We just continue to like some zombies. Like zombies. We go round and round and round, trying to catch with tail.
Searching for the cure for cancer. But there's something going on they don't want us to see. Just before this Israel-Palestine thing, there was this Russia-Ukraine thing that focused on this Russia-Ukraine thing like that. And almost like someone flipped a switch, the entire world is just focused on this Israel-Palestine thing. People who didn't even know about Palestine, people who are unfamiliar, everyone is just focused on it. And while I stand for justice, and right now, while I stand for Palestine, at least based on what I'm allowed to know about the situation, there's something diabolical that's happening right now in this world that nobody's talking about. As we're speaking right now, there is a Holocaust happening right now, 2023, in the Congos. Genocide as we speak right now. Just to give you a bit of a backstory, the Congo is perhaps the most mineral-rich place on the planet and produces something called cobalt, coltan. I'm not sure if it's the same product, but it's in the same family. And this particular product is used on all cell phones, in computers, in all of our technical devices, electronic vehicles. Yeah, Tesla. Without this particular material, none of that would work. As we speak right now, there's a rebel army called M23 that is fighting against the Congolese military. This M23 rebel army is made up of soldiers from Rwanda and Uganda. Now, this war is causing instabilization in the Congo. So you understand, any economy with that level of instability, you can steal from them, you can take what you want from them, you know, and there is this constant battle. Now, it will seem as though Africans fighting against Africans, right? So like, why would Rwanda and Uganda send people to fight against the Congolese military to destabilize the Congo? It just doesn't make sense until you find out that the armies from Rwanda and Uganda are being financed by the USA, the UK, and France. Now, this is probably a good time to remind you that cobalt is the raw material used for all of our computers, aerospace engineering, electric vehicles, telephones. You guys beginning to understand the picture, right? Man, I really wanted to share some videos with you guys here, but because of the nature of the content that I share, right now my account is on warning status. You understand? So I gotta be careful, but I'm still gonna give you information. Oh, TikTok, this is for entertainment purposes only. Now, in this war that is allegedly funded by the United States, the UK, and France, every single hour, about 50 to 60 women are SA'd. Already over 1 million people have been unalive, more than half of them kids. If we go back to the start of this conflict over 25 years ago, with over 6 million casualties, that would make this particular war the second largest since the Second World War. Yet nobody knows about it. It's not on mainstream media. So it's quite clear to me that somebody doesn't want this information about what's going on in the Congos to be mainstream. Because I'm in the Caribbean. Allow me to speak as well about Caribbean journalism, which in my mind is a joke. Because we only report things that Western media report. The only non-local news our local journalists ever report is things that CNN or ABC or NBC or one of those major guys report. We have no actual investigations ourselves outside of local that's not connected to mainstream Western media. And this is the reason why even our local Caribbean media houses are not pushing this kind of story. Guys, listen, the reason why I really want to be able to push this thing is because Hitler killed maybe about 2 million Jews, okay? And he is called the worst man in history. Leopold went to the Congos, that same place, and unalived over 20 million of the natives there. And up till today, Leopold's name isn't on the list of worst people in the world. There seems to be a very structured effort to treat a certain type of people with less courtesy than others. Hey, I support the Palestinians. I support them. But while I'm supporting the Palestinians, there are people, human beings right now that's suffering at a worse level than the Palestinians are right now. And I'm not minimizing what the Palestinians are going through at all. I mean, it grieves me to see what they're going through. But by God, how could we ignore what is happening in the Congo? I mean, I can't even show the videos on here because I'm afraid that my account will be banned. But guys, let us please give your support to...
It's a serious thing. We have to really understand where we're going at the Congo, you know. Millions of youth, I mean children, them use child labor down there like slave labor. Serious thing. Anyway, we'll take a break.
So my people, this one was indeed a warm one. So feel free to leave an honest comment down in the comment section, and also on one opinion. And on you don't know say me day upon the Black Unity program. So feel free to leave a like and subscribe to this channel if you're new. Big up to each and every one. Up until then, peace out, adios.